Paul and Barnabas had no small dissension and dispute with them. They determined that Paul and Barnabas and certain others of them should go up to Jerusalem, to the apostles and elders, about this question. Now, notice there are two people that should always rule the church. The reason why you see people in Nigerian churches are doing funny things, Kenyan churches are doing funny things, Tanzania, Uganda, America, is because apostles and elders are never together. Let me make a dangerous statement. The people, most of the preachers up here, they hate each other. Believe me. You know, I know, I've sat in councils. There is nothing good preachers have to say about themselves. And what they do is that they begin to export that hate to their members. That's where ministerial fight begins. You're going to see a ministerial fight. So God told me one day, stay away from ministry politics. Church belongs to Christ. Stay away. That's why you don't see me in many places. Me, I don't like. Let's go for pastors. Watch a pants. I need to really know if it's really a pastor's retreat. Or I'll come out of there knowing which pastor I should not listen to, which pastor I should hate, which I don't want those nonsense. Keep them. Me, I'm okay. Many preachers. There are two preachers I grew up listening to. Only for me to realize nowadays they are not together. For me to study and realize that they don't like one another. A lot of people talk about Nigerian churches. Many preachers can never have. And you know, on Kenyan churches and all the churches, this is the reason why there is no one to consult. Because there are certain consultations that cannot happen by individuals. There has to be a council. The purpose of a council in ministry is security, to secure the message. So you might wonder, some of the elders that sit in front here, you might never even see them ministering. They are not here to minister. They are a council. A council of apostles and who? Elders. Now, I will explain the difference. Apostles are custodians of doctrine. Elders are experiencers of the message. They have experience. That's why they are called elders. 24 elders. They have sat long on ground to tell you that this thing might not be the right way. So even apostles alone cannot govern the church. Apostles must work together with elders. So if you are 22 years and you are an apostle, you must find an elder. Because such problems, they will keep becoming big and big because there is no one to consult. And this is why you notice most of the time our church becomes doomed because there is no room for what? Consultation. And when they had come to Jerusalem, they were received by the church. Who received them in Jerusalem? From where? Okay. And the apostles and the who? Did you see the same? Why the church in those days was prosperous? Nowadays you just register a church because God called you. Alikuita tu wewe kwa matawi. You are eating pizza and then you had Mwagi. Eoka. No one can confirm. Even when God appeared to Saul, went, God confirmed it with Ananias. No one can confirm. This is why we have many false prophets. Because churches are like bar. Churches are like butcheries. You don't need to consult anyone. The reason why these churches was prosperous, have you seen the constant in those churches? What is the constant? Apostles and elders. Old men and women. That even though they were not apostles, they had experience. We don't have this arrangement. So anyone starts ministry as long as you can register with the Ministry of Societies Act. So you hear names like Honey and Breast Ministry. Now you that is registering, even if you are not born again, you know, sometimes these government people, no wonder, may you all go home. From parastato, let me ask you, when you are registering a name, do you even need to be born again? honeyandbreast.com. We lack arrangement. There are preachers that should not be preaching. shinda hapo na judgment. That one, even Satan has judged them. Satan himself is shocked that you are preaching. The enemy of the gospel is looking at you and saying, hey, you have gone too far. How can you do that in the church? Satan is shocked that you are doing that. You have even taught Satan a new sin. And I thought he's the father of all lies. He looks at you and he lands. He takes a pen and says, Hiya. Are you? Who is this? Because we don't have a council. And if Kenya has that council, believe me, there will be no politician that is misbehaving. You know, I saw Sudi. I did not see the whole clip, so I will not rebuke you much. I saw him having the guts to tell, is it a padri? That if he's not comfortable, he should leave. I encourage you to come here and repeat those words. Brother, come. You will not leave with a mouth to talk. You come. That's what happens, and you can't blame him, because I'm sure if the padri has misbehaved, it has gotten to a point where they don't value you. How can I be in a place and you are the one? Forget leaving. Angels will carry you out. You know, we are preaching to a weak church. At a member of parliament. Who's member of parliament? Who are you? Who are you? You know, these people, money has entered their head. I saw him yesterday. And if I had a helicopter, it's just that I don't have. But I'm praying that God will teach me how to teleport. I would have appeared there. He said, my brother, can you repeat those words? And I'm not saying this outside. I challenge you in the name of Jesus. You repeat those words again. And at the same time, you padri. You ni padri ama pa. There is a way we behave. No one wants. Are you yourself honorable? What is it that you have done that someone has the guts to look at a man of God and tell you to leave? It means you are telling God to walk away. That a ministry can, a function can work without your God, because you have not put God on display the right way. What kind of display are we putting? You see, because we lack. Because today's apostle is just thinking about his church. Today, ministries became the center, not the church of Jesus. We are so focused on protecting our ministries rather than the church of Christ. May this arrangement come back. May apostles and elders work together, because the people one another is apostles. I cannot tell you how many times I've sat in big meetings, and I'm saying big with big preachers globally. Big. When you ask about this individual, the way you hear them speak, you are even shocked. Inakushtua we mwenyewe. Young people, do not inherit the demons of our fathers. Don't hate one another. Love one another. If a young preacher is doing something and you are not able, celebrate that person. Work together. Elders and apostles should work together to protect the interests of the church.